What's going on, everybody? Swagged out, and you already know why I am here. And today we're gonna just get right into it because it's been a minute since I've been on. Listen, today I have the latest fragrance out of City Rhythm's Iconic Cities collection. And man, this is an iconic scent. I'm gonna tell you right now. This fragrance right here is Austin, so representing Austin, Texas. And man, I've never been there, but if this fragrance really represents the vibe in the city, then it's definitely a place I gotta go. Now, Austin is known for being the capital of live music festivals, whole bunch of outdoors concerts, whole bunch of breweries. So they like to party, they like to drink. My kind of town already, and this is gonna go together with that entire vibe. And does it do it? Well, I think so. Based on what I understand, I think so, because I've smelled this, and this is definitely a get up and do something kind of fragrance. This is it's time to go out. And what I like about it, it accomplishes that feel without being overly playful, not overly sweet, not overly synthetic, like, all the typical club boy fragrances. This is a little more mature, it's thicker, it's heavier, it's a little bit of darkness to it, but it has enough of those elements that make it feel like tonight's gonna be a good night. Now, how do you accomplish all that? Well, let's start with the notes. First, on the top, you're gonna start with cognac and tobacco. In the middle, you're gonna have that tonka bean, that oak, and that leather. And in the base, you get sandalwood, vanilla, musk, and amber. Such an amazing fragrance. So I will start with this just to start you off with a reference point. If you like Ojan, if you like Angel Share, it has that nice thick sweetness at the center of this fragrance. But this right here is not a clone of one of those. And don't buy it thinking that it's going to smell just like it if you didn't get one of those I just mentioned, because it's not going to really take the place of one of those, nor do any of those take the place of this. But it kind of goes in that vein of fragrance, because the sweetness here, it kind of gives off this kind of like cinnamony sweetness when it opens, although there is no cinnamon on the note breakdown here. But start with that and then build off of what all the other things I'm about to say. So you have that sweetness right at the center, but as it opens up, you're going to get that cognac, and it's a very smooth, boozy vibe. It is a very sophisticated kind of booze. This is not a overly boozy. I'm trying to compete with being top boozy, but it has a nice, smooth, sophisticated booze to it. And tobacco. That tobacco is going to come off kind of earthy, definitely spicy and sweet right off the top. So you have that combination already of that tobacco and that cognac that kind of makes it feel like a lay back, drink a little, smoke a cigar here and get the night going. As you move it to the mid, you're going to get that tonka bean, which is going to add that level of sweetness to it. Makes it a little richer, and you get that oak. And yeah, when you get that oak and you have that cognac at the top, your mind starts working. It kind of gives it that cognac straight out of a cask kind of vibe to it. Very sophisticated again, like I said. But the tonka bean together with that vanilla and that amber in the base is going to start livening it up, giving it that sweetness that makes you feel like, okay, we went from the cigar bar, had a couple of drinks, now we might hit a couple of clubs. Like it starts getting more flirty. Definitely a sexy fragrance. That sandalwood is going to give it a lot more body, which I think is that in combination with the musk is what makes it last so long on skin, and it projects and it leaves that CI. When you're in the room, the fragrance is there, and when you're gone, the fragrance stays. This is an amazing, amazing performing fragrance. However, I will say that my top 3 performing fragrances from City Rhythm, which are the Nola, this one right here, which is Austin and Miami, those 3 kind of have that similar profile as in terms of lasting. They last forever. They project forever. The sillage goes for miles. So this is a common theme with City Rhythm. Now, if you want a fragrance that's going to last all day, that projects, that people can smell on you, and it is sexy, I'm telling you, it goes hard. It has all these wonderful qualities. It has some darkness to it. It has some booziness to it. It has a lot of sweetness, but not overly sweet, just to kind of counter that leather and that tobacco. It does all these things. And at the center, You have that wonderful kind of, to my nose, kind of a sweet cinnamon blend that bring everything together. And man, it is an amazing composition. At the end of the day, you should absolutely check it out. You can check this fragrance out at City Rhythm's website. So the 10 mLs go for $32, but the 50 ml is $140. So for $140, and this is for real, you're paying designer prices. You're paying kind of the price you're going to pay at Macy's for a fragrance that everybody has, or you can get a very high quality, long-lasting fragrance that people are going to love. Now, if boozy, tobacco, woody fragrances are not your thing, then you know what? Forget it. Go check out Miami or Manhattan instead. But if you're trying to do it sexy when you go out and you don't want to smell like Jean-Paul Gaultier and Invictus, and you know the usual suspects for the party vibe, then this is definitely one you should check out. It was stamped approved out in Austin by the people who were testing out in the city. So if they feel it represents the city right, I'm going to take their word for it. And you should take my word that at least sample it. Don't go blind by, but sample it. Give it a try. See what you think. I'm telling you right now, though, you will not be disappointed. And look, I have a comment section. If you try this and you don't like it, leave it down in the comments. But if you do, leave it down in the comments too. You know what I mean? Put that out. Also, if you have additional information that you felt I left out, you can leave it in the comments. I know sometimes people like to read in the comments and see if there's any additional information. If you found this video helpful in any way, then go ahead and leave a thumbs up. And if you are not following this page, but you always come back to watch videos, then, I mean, hook me up. Go ahead and follow, and then, hit the little bell so you know when I drop something. And I will be dropping stuff more often. But I need your support as much as you want to hear these reviews. So meet me halfway, and I will meet you with more content. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much for watching. This is Fragged Out, Swagged Out, and I'm out.